It's 2 a.m., her heart is pounding, and she's typing the same 4 words into her phone that millions of people type every single night. One search becomes 10. 10 becomes a list, each entry a little more specific, each one somehow worse than the one before it. Her chest tightens without warning. Her fingertips go numb. For a moment, she is completely certain something is dangerously wrong. Just 3 weeks earlier, she was laughing over lunch with coworkers. Nothing in her life suggesting it could feel this fragile now. There's one specific word she still refuses to type. Not because she doesn't think it, but because she dreads what she might find. By sunrise, she's sitting in an emergency room, filling out a form, sure that this time the answer will finally be undeniable. Blood pressure, heart rhythm, blood work,
results are
all within
the
normal range. So why does the relief she expected never actually arrive? For a few hours, she almost feels like herself again. And then, without any warning at all, the same tightness quietly returns. She counts her own pulse against the kitchen clock, presses 2 fingers to her wrist a dozen separate times before lunch even starts. What if the racing heart was never really about her heart? What if the real story was happening somewhere else entirely? It's dizziness this week, chest tightness the week after. The symptom keeps moving, but the fear underneath it never does. The tiny mark on her arm becomes the only thing she can see, her whole body scanned for evidence of a danger that isn't there. Scroll back far enough, and the search history stretches back months, the same fear wearing a different symptom each time. She cancels the gym again. A racing heart from exercise and a racing heart from fear feel exactly, terrifyingly the same. She types out exactly how she's feeling into the group chat, reads it twice, and deletes every word before anyone sees it.
It seems like every conversation
Her
these
friend
days is
Dana
about
finally
health,
says it
doesn't
out loud. Almost every conversation lately somehow circles back to her health. 3 boxes, 1 aisle, and she can't decide between any of them, each label promising to fix a fear no product actually reaches. Her mother calls and she lets it ring out, unwilling to explain, again, why her voice sounds this tired. Smoke detector, front door twice, pulse once more. Only after the full ritual is complete does she let herself try to sleep. She reopens old messages where friends once told her she was fine, hoping the same words will land the same way twice. Halfway through the meeting, she's certain she needs to leave right now, gripping the table until the feeling finally passes. Different symptoms, different rooms, different days, but it keeps circling back to the exact same shape of fear. Her body has a threat detection system built to keep her alive, the same way a smoke alarm is built to react to any smoke at all. A false alarm isn't proof the system is broken. It's proof the system is working exactly the way it was built to. A sensation triggers a thought. The thought triggers more sensation. Round and round, the loop tightens with every pass. Attention works like a magnifying glass. The longer she stares at something small, the larger and more alarming it becomes. Her brain doesn't wait for proof of danger. It predicts it early, sometimes long before there's anything to actually fear. Reassurance works, briefly, like a hand lowering a flame, but the flame was never actually the problem to begin with. Certainty has a cost. Each test bought, each pamphlet kept, is another attempt to buy a guarantee that doesn't exist. One small part of the brain decides something is a threat, and the rest of the body simply follows that single signal. A deer freezes at a sound, scans the tree line, then returns to grazing. Human hypervigilance rarely gets to return. Sometimes the quietest room feels the most dangerous, as if the absence of a threat is itself something to be afraid of. The exact same racing heartbeat means something entirely different depending only on the story her mind tells about it. Anxiety keeps borrowing from days that haven't happened yet, filling empty squares on a calendar with worry in advance. Her nervous system can't tell a jump scare on TV from a real threat. The body braces exactly the same way either time. Checking feels like relief in the moment it happens, and like a trap in every moment that quietly follows it. A shadow on the wall looks like something dangerous until the light shifts and reveals it was only ever a coat rack. For the first time, she writes it down in her own handwriting, 2 words that finally explain what this has been. She asks Dana the same question again, feels better for exactly 10 minutes, then finds herself needing to ask again. She searches for calm instead of calling a doctor, finds a moment of it in a forum thread, then loses it twice as fast. Canceling the plans feels like safety. What it actually is, quietly, is one more day handed over to the fear. This is the 3rd urgent care visit this year. The waiting room chairs are different, but the reason she's sitting in them isn't. The television buys her a few minutes of quiet before her attention slides right back to whatever her body is doing. The shelf keeps filling with bottles bought during past scares, most of them opened once and never touched again. Her breathing slows exactly the way the app instructs, while underneath it, her mind keeps running at the same old speed. The check brings relief for barely a minute, and then a stronger urge than before to check again right after it. Just stop worrying, someone tells her kindly, as if the worry were a switch she'd simply forgotten how to turn off. 3 locks and a chain now, added one at a time, each one supposed to be the last thing she'd ever need. Another normal result gets filed into a drawer already full of them, each one aimed at a body that was never the real problem. By the end of the day, she's exhausted, not from anything she did, but from everything she spent all day managing. Instead of asking, "What if this is dangerous?" she starts asking a smaller, steadier question. What is my body reacting to right now?
Anxiety.
She says the word out loud to her own reflection for the first time, and nothing bad happens when she does. For one full-timed minute, she doesn't check her pulse at all, and the minute passes uneventfully, exactly as minutes do. A wave doesn't stay at its peak. It rises, it crests, and no matter how it feels in the middle, it always recedes. This room doesn't hand her a diagnosis or a test result.
I really think this collaboration will work.
It just asks her to
I agree
describe
completely.
slowly what actually happens.
Let's look at the view.
It's a beautiful afternoon.
Together, they sketch the same loop she'd noticed alone, except now it has a name and the shape she can actually work with. Her heart rate climbs on purpose this time, on a jog she chose, and she simply watches it rise instead of running from it. The phone buzzes with exactly the kind of headline that used to pull her in. This time, she just sets it face down.
What do you need right now that would help you feel
Dana
more in
asks
control?
a different question now. Does she want reassurance, or does she just want someone sitting beside her? She checks the door exactly once, pauses at the hallway, and makes herself walk away without checking it again. She finishes the entire workout this time. The same racing heart from before, now just a normal part of moving her body. The lamp switches off after one calm pass through the room. The long checking ritual quietly no longer required. Her hand reaches for the curtains before it reaches for the phone, and the room fills with light before it fills with fear. The shelf holds only a few bottles now, chosen on purpose, the rest cleared out along with the fear that stalked them. An old symptom returns without warning, and this time she meets it with a tool instead of a spiral. And that's the actual progress. The wrist, the door, the phone, the same objects from the beginning, each one now handled just a little differently. This time she sends the message instead of deleting it, and the reply that comes back is simpler than she expected. She's back in a waiting room, but this time it's just an annual checkup, ordinary, scheduled, and entirely unremarkable. 3 months later, the same bedroom looks different in the morning light, the phone charging quietly, completely untouched. The old feeling still shows up sometimes, uninvited, and now it's met with one slow breath instead of a spiral. She writes one more line in the notebook, closes it, and sets it aside. No urgency left in the gesture at all. Her thumb hovers over the search bar one more time, types something entirely different, and she finally turns off the lamp. If any part of this felt familiar, you're not alone, and it's more common than it feels at 2 a.m. Tell us your story in the comments, share this with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more.